darlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess with Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who have never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here, for joining me for this weekly Divine Feminine Sacred Reading. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back. And to my subscribers, I cannot thank you enough for your love, your loyalty, and your support. I'm greatly appreciative of you. So for those who've never been here, this is Divine Feminine Sacred Reading. Obviously, what we're going to do here is we're going to see what energies are surrounding you right now, what's going on with you, what you need to focus on for this week, what your block or blockages are. And we're also going to see what the new moon in Pisces is activating for you with your journey. And we're also going to get more information as to what this new moon in Pisces is going to assist you with a Moonology manifestation card. All right, so we're going to get right into it. And remember, this is a collective reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else who's watching this, but be honest with yourself. I'm always a big thing. It's always a big thing for me with honesty, because honesty is not of the light, right? You are a divine counterpart. You are not a dark counterpart. So hold on, there's like a card here. Interesting. What am I doing? All right, hold on, guys. Something weird happened with the deck. Did I shuffle? Oh, this is interesting. Hold on. I don't know why the cards are like this. This is very weird. Anyway, the first thing that I saw was Six of Swords. Let's see if that comes out. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, be honest with yourself, okay? This is about your spiritual growth, and this is to assist you with your journey as the divine feminine, okay? Becoming the true divine feminine Christ. That is the road that you are on right now. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the divine feminine at this time. Please, and thank you, spirit guides and angels. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support. Whoa, and your clarity. Okay. I know it's been a while, but I wasn't called to do these readings, and the other stuff was getting in the way. Not that I should allow things to get in the way, but it is what it is. Divine timing, right? We have 4 things going on. Oh, okay. We've got the Knight of Chalices, the Knight of Cups. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. Okay. Feminines. We've got the 7 of Cups. I'm sorry, the 7 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It seems like some of you are kind of like either you're, and remember, it's your story, okay? I'm getting a couple things here. Either you are tired of waiting, or you're tired of investing your time and energy in this connection, because we have 9 and 10 of Swords. This is tough, okay? But it doesn't have to be, all right? Some of you guys are just, you're done. You're spent. It's like, really, what's going on here? I've been putting a lot of work in here. Where is my return of investment, right? Trust me, I've been here before. And what's funny is that this morning I was actually having a conversation with my divine masculine, and my higher self broke down crying, and I'm being vulnerable here. And then my 3D self started to cry, because for me, I'm going through something different, and it has to do with my mission in general. It has nothing to do with my connection, but and my counterpart was, consoling me. It's like, look, he was giving me all of these reminders as to what, God has been telling me and helping me to persevere. This is about perseverance, right? Because good things take time. This does happen to be the millionaire card. This is like reaping the harvest. But as you know, when you plant a seed, that tree or that flower is not going to grow overnight. And for a lot of us, it's like, gosh, I've been putting in so much time, energy, effort into my purpose, into my well-being, right? Some of you guys have been starting to invest more for yourself, right? For your self growth, your evolution of the soul, whether it's, your own business, or you are taking classes for something or something along those lines, right? So this is to better yourself. This is about personal growth, but it takes a long time. And for me, it's been a while, but it was more about my mission, and it was like, God, like, what, it gets discouraging sometimes, and that's because we're human, okay? But the reality of this is, when we're learning how to be more patient, and we are continuing to kind of, overcome those obstacles, especially overcome these energies, as difficult as it is, what that's building is character and strength and resilience. It's building leadership, okay? Because we are all called for a higher purpose. We don't have purposes to your like run of the mill individual. And this is not to say that people here don't have a purpose. And I'm not trying to put anyone on pedestals or anything. But from what God has shown me, there are higher purposes, higher callings for some people. We all have something to do for the greater good of humanity. But those who have a greater calling, there's a higher thing that God has for each and every one of you. And what he's doing is he's preparing you for what is to come. Everything is preparation, right? Even being in separation from our counterparts, it's preparation to get ready for that huge mission that we have. All right. So, if you're feeling like it's like, oh my gosh, it's been so long, am I really going to reap my rewards? Where are the rewards? Am I going to reap the harvest type of thing? This is also a divine timing card, and everyone talks about, oh my God, the divine timing thing. But here's the thing. So for me, like just this morning, I'm like, it was more of, for me, with my ambition, I'm just like, I'm putting in all this work, God, and I'm being obedient. I'm being patient, but it seems like I'm not getting back what I'm putting in. But God is trying to get you to see something else here. And maybe for you, there's something intuitive that you're getting right now as far as a message from God as to how you're going to best navigate the situation. But being in these energies, it's going to block our rewards from coming in, okay? It's really going to hinder the progress. So we have to find a way to get out of 9, 10 of Swords energy, where a lot more prayers involved. So here's the thing that I've heard. When you pray and you pray and you pray, and you still not feel at peace, because this energy is not being at peace right now, okay? When you pray and pray and you don't still feel peaceful, keep praying. When you've prayed enough and you have peace in your life and you release all of these swords, you're no longer consumed by fear, worry, anxiety. You're not thinking this is hopeless. You're not thinking this is dead in the water. You're not thinking, oh my gosh, can it get any worse? It's like I'm overspent or something like that. Some of you are overdoing it with the worry or anxiety or something, or you're overdoing it with like when is something going to change? All right. And that has to do with, you have to persevere. This is a perseverance card. You got to keep going. All right. You have to keep going. Some of you feel like you're stuck, or it's like you want to see results, but God is working something in the background. He is doing things for you. He is really putting in a lot of work, but God's telling me to say, you guys don't need to see everything, right? It's just like when you plant the seed, stuff's going on underneath the soil, right? And it takes a while. And then the next thing you know, you start to see a little bit of a sprout coming out from the ground. That's the energy of this, right? Just because you can't see it doesn't mean that anything is growing. Just because you can't see any results doesn't mean that God isn't working with you to continue to grow and to learn and to evolve. All right. This is you really just keeping up with doing the hard work. And for those who have the patience, that great reward does come in. Patience is always greatly rewarded, right? But, don't get so caught up in the time of this, the timing of this, because 7 years to God, because maybe you've been in this connection for 7 years. That's actually me. I'm on my 7th year in mine, but I'm more so focused on the mission, and I'm thinking, God, like, for me, again, I'm very ambitious, and it's just like, I know I can't save every single person on this planet, but what I have to realize is that God's really, he's preparing me for other things. And it's like, you just need more. You need more, Jess. I'm pushing you. I'm pushing you. He's trying to see how much faith I truly have in him. He's trying to see how far I can go, how hard I can push, the stamina, the strength, the endurance. He's trying to see, are you going to give up right before the finish line, type of thing? How bad do you want it, Jess? That type of thing, right? It could be the same thing for you guys. So, and after talking with my counterpart telepathically this morning, he was like, that nothing is missing, that all is well and all is as it should be, that you can't give your power to the devil. And he's like, remember what you teach others. And it's wonderful when I talk to him every morning, and after talking to God, and he's backing up what God tells me. And it's like, he's like, he tells me, you've come too far to stop now. This is why this is also the keep going card, the perseverance card. It's just that God don't think that God isn't doing anything, because watch what happens when you are fully ready. And then when it's fully ready, that's when everything starts to kind of sprout or grow faster, or whatever you want to call it. So there's a lot of air here, okay? And some of you may start to feel a little bit cold-hearted and detached. It's kind of like, with all of these energies here, this is the least emotional of all the queens. It feels like for some of you, with all this air energy, some of you are starting to put too much logic into this, or starting to get too much up in the mind space, where there's like this mental anguish going on, and you're just not seeing straight. And with this Queen of Swords here, what's happening is that you are starting to trust less and less more of your intuition, if that makes any sense. Okay? Remember, this is a collective reading. So some of you are starting to look at this like, is my intuition really on point here? And that's the hardest thing, guys. I know. And for me, the way that I feel, it's like my heart feels something different than what my mind is telling me, right? And something that I was getting distraught over, it's so small compared to the big thing that God is, because God is bigger than your giant. God is bigger than your Goliath, right? God is this entity, this spirit that can work. He's the worker of miracles. It's the one that allows the impossible to become possible, because God has the ability to do things for you that you cannot do, because you are human. All right. So don't let yourself get into Queen of Swords energy, especially with all this here. It's really going to lower your vibration and affect the harvest from coming in. All right, from putting in all this work. You just have to keep pushing. It's like the little engine that I think I can. You got to go the distance. This is like really going the distance, and you know that it's coming, but you have to give it time, because good things take time, right? God's trying to see how far you can push. He's trying to weed out, right? Because when we talk about growing, right, God's trying to weed out those who don't have the strength, who don't want it that bad. Because he's like, well, if you don't really want it that bad, feminines, then well, I'll give you something else, but I won't give you the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, basically, is what I'm being told. So make sure you be careful with your getting too much up in your head. You have to really start meditating. Get out of your mind space here, your mindset. Not your mindset, your mental, out of this mental anguish, and start to clear your head. Meditate, get to center, pray more to God, like this card here. You may be thinking that your prayers aren't being answered, but that could either be one of two things. Either what you're asking for, God's like, it's not for your highest good, really, Divine Feminine. Or what you've been praying for, God's like, I actually have something way better, feminines. You just have to be patient, because I said this is a millionaire card, right? And I think the feminines got this at one point. This is a big harvest. This is really, you reap what you sow. And if you're going to put negative energies in, you're going to get negative energies back, right? The law of equal give and take here. Law of attraction is involved in this. So you've been praying about something. God's like, I'm trying to give you something bigger, Divine Feminines. You just have to have patience, because it takes a lot of time. The bigger the manifestation is, the more work God has to do, and the more patience we have to have, and the more work we have to put in. And again, God's trying to weed out those who cannot take this, because it's like some of you just want to give up. Like, I'm just so done. Did I fail? Is this not working out? Am I really, did I do something wrong? Brain, guys, get out of your head. Your gut's telling you something else. Go to God and have him to help you clear your mental state. Get that strength from God. Say, God, could you please give me a sign to show me, I don't want to be in these energies. Don't get so detached from what your heart is telling you. All right. This is also saying that you got to be this Queen of Swords in the light side, not the shadow side, with the cold-heartedness and being calculated and logical and trying to control the situation. You got to flip that frown upside down and start really utilizing the light side of her and start cutting out what doesn't serve you. You need to use the Sword of Excalibur that the Queen of Swords has to cut out Ten of Swords and Nine of Swords. And when you do, you're going to have a new dawn, and you're going to feel a lot more renewed and refreshed when you do that. You're going to be able to balance out your head and your heart here, and you're going to have more clarity and say, okay, God's giving me this information. I'm going to take this and communicate it, make a plan, and I'm going to execute this. I'm going to continue with my mission. I'm going to be focused, because swords are also about focus too. Focusing on my mission, focusing what God is telling me to do. Make sure that I stand in my truth, that I speak my truth. And I stop making excuses for why, for things. I'm going to just continue to be patient and to keep moving forward without having to get stuck in the timing of this. She knows how powerful she is, but she has to continue following her path of truth. It's the same thing for you guys. So start cutting out. Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, guys. It's not serving your highest good, all right? Knight of Chalices, what did we talk about? Intuition. This is the only card out of all these that's not air. And air talks about, that's the fastest energy, right? Speed. We don't want to rush this. We just have to allow ourselves to take the time needed to continue to prepare for what's coming. I talked about trusting your gut, your instincts, right? You got to continue to follow your heart here. You have to continue on that path with regards to being ultimately fulfilled. That your person isn't going to fulfill you. That the job that you have that it's like it's not working at is not fulfilling you, or whatever this is. You have to really start going by following what your emotions are telling you to what direction to go in. Right? It's the follow your heart card. This is about not getting caught up in romanticizing the connection or romanticizing things. Maybe some of you are wanting some sort of apology or proposal or some sort of action with regards to your person being vulnerable with you, with speaking their truth, telling you how they feel. But again, some of you are like, I just want the truth already. But are you prepared to handle the truth? Because what I've been what I've been channeling in my other messages from last week with the zodiac signs, those who are coming into union very soon, the lot of secrets are going to be revealed between the both of you. And that's going to be the ultimate test to see if you could actually forgive each other for things. That's going to determine whether you are true divine feminine Christ and true divine masculine Christ or not, with the conversations that are being told. So if some of you are kind of like, you know, if you guys are getting caught up in this whole just express your feelings, just be vulnerable here, just tell the truth and pour your heart out type of thing, you know, propose something, I need to know something. But when the Knight of Chalices ends up being vulnerable, when it's time for this knight to be vulnerable, that means that he's going to pour his heart out, which also ties into with this type of connection that the truth and nothing but the truth is going to come out. That may be why God is telling you with the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, you still have some growing to do. You still have some learning to do. Start continuing to plant those seeds. Continue to follow whatever mission you're being called to do, or whatever it is that you are working on. Continue to invest your time, energy, money on yourself. Continue to persevere. Because what I'm hearing, if if whoever this is for, you're expecting, you know, you just want the truth and just tell me how you feel already. But it's not just that you really want, though, feminines. There's something else that some of you are kind of overlooking. Because as I said, when the knight is ready to pour the heart out, there are going to be some cold hard truths that come with that, truths. And God wants you to be prepared for what they have to say. And it's the same thing with you when you are ready to be vulnerable and to speak your truth. Okay? That's what I'm getting from this here. But this is really mainly for you to continue to follow your heart, to continue to do things. It's something about an artistic nature, whether you have a talent with music, with writing, poetry, or painting or something like that. Continue to start following that path that's going to bring you the fulfillment that ties to your creative talents here. Not getting so much caught up in the dream state of this connection. Again, romanticizing this connection. And if there's a chance where maybe your masculine may continue to come back and break your heart or manipulate your emotions, if you're done with that, have you spoken your truth to your masculine yet? Have you put your, emotions aside and said, you know what? I'm not going to worry what's going to happen when I finally speak my truth to my masculine. I'm going to be in my power. And I'm not going to get emotional about it. I'm not going to get all dramatic. I'm not going to get all this, and that. I'm going to come from a place of love. I'm going to be assertive and use discernment. But I'm still coming from a place of love when I speak my truth. So maybe some of you, if you're still dealing with somebody who continues to manipulate you emotionally, or there's some the attraction there, but there's no actual discussion of feelings or thoughts or ideas or dreams here, then some of you are going to have to speak to your person and say, you know what? This is how I feel. But again, For those of you, if this is resonating with, you get into Queen of Swords in the reverse, it's gonna backfire. It's not gonna help the situation. Okay? It just won't. Let's go see what you need to focus on for this week. So apparently some of you guys are, those cards are in there. You just have to continue following your path of truth and following your heart here. And cut out 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, guys. You get out of your mental state. You got to do a lot more meditating. You got to get to center. Start praying. Some of you really need a lot more peace in your life, okay? God will help you with that. You just have to ask. You have to ask your angels and your ancestors. You have to, you know, probably spend more time out in nature to recalibrate. Detox, all right? Let's see what you need to focus on for this week. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What do the feminines need to focus on for this week? Please and thank you. Thank you, Spirit. We get 1 card. Wow. 2 queens, feminines. We now have the Queen of Wands. Look at her face. She's like, I'm not going to get 9 of Swords and 10 of Swords. I'm not going to put myself into those energies. She doesn't do that. Neither does she, right? We've got 2 queens, feminines. Look what's at the bottom of the deck. A 3rd one. It's the Queen of Coins. You got to focus on what's right for you, feminines. It's about understanding that you are a queen. You know, you rule your kingdom. You don't have people rule you, all right? You don't have situations or things like that take over your mind, right? I talked about going out in nature. So she spends time in nature and she gets grounded. A lot of you have to do a lot more grounding. There's way too much mental stuff going on. Too much energy being expended in the head space, okay? You need more of this heart stuff going on. Some of you need to start going back to clearing your heart chakra here. You got to understand your worth here, especially as I was saying for some of you, if you're still dealing with a masculine who's still kind of like doing the heartbreaker thing or being emotionally manipulative, some of you are going to have to, you got to stand up for yourselves, speak your truth here. And if that's going to cause separation, then so be it, because again, separation's preparation. I talked about that already. It's always necessary, but you guys have to do what is for your highest good. And a lot of you have to get more grounded. You have to start focusing on your self-care, knowing that you're worthy, you're deserving of love, you're deserving of so many things. But you got to get into this energy of all these queens here. And it's funny because we're missing the Queen of Cups, right? We have swords, coins, and wands. You have to build for yourself here. And with the Queen of Wands, that independence, that strength, that strong willpower here. You need to be shining your light, because this energy right here, feminines, this is not shining your light right here. All right, it's too low vibrational, especially if you are being cold-hearted and detached and, you know, like, I want to chop people's heads off. That's not divine energy right there. You can't dim your light. The world needs your light. Your masculine needs your light. You have this energy about you where it's time to be fearless and take action on things. You know what you want and you go after it. But this is more about you not chasing your masculine. This is you chasing your dream, utilizing your creative talents to actually build something for yourself, right? This is prosperity. These are business women right here. All right. She utilizes her God-given talents, and she's not afraid to do that. Why? Because she's got the Ace of Wands in her hand. She's got, you know, that magic wand, but she knows that she has to put in the effort and the hard work to make the magic work for her. But when she allows God to do his thing, to work his magic, that's where it becomes golden. That's where your true power comes from. You do your part and God does the rest, but there's hard work involved in this. But you have to understand the light within. It's got to emanate out from you so that you can really be in your true power with that full potential here. I mean, with 3 queens and stuff, you have way more power than you think you do, feminines. Way more power. You're the strong, independent feminine here, who's also patient. Queen of Coins is very patient. These in the reverse are very impatient. They can't wait. They want to control everything. Nope, that's not you, feminine. All right? Shine your light, feminines. That is what you are called here to do. I said you are supposed to be who the world made you to be. The divine light within you. This is the queen of light. Her counterpart is the king of light. She doesn't care what anybody else thinks. She knows she's a badass. I mean, this is all badass energy right here, right? With all these queens. I mean, come on. You guys got to step into that. You got to star into it like I talk about. Because stepping into something, you can step foot into it and not do jack with it. What is that going to do for you and your purpose? That's why I say you step into your truth like the Queen of Swords. And then you star into your power with these energies right here. All right? Dimming your light is not going to help. You have to keep focusing on following the light, trusting the light, being in the light. Not darkness, because 9 and 10 of Swords is darkness here. You got to get away from that. All right? Tap more into your creative talents. When you're focusing on your mission and tapping into creativity and making things happen for you, that gets you away from those lower vibrational energies. And then you won't worry about the timing of things. It's what happened to me too. And then I know we're human. We kind of go back to it. But God's like, okay, Jess, here's another setback. But remember who you are. Remember not to let these dim your light. Because I will say, feminines, the devil will come in to try to strip you of this energy. That could very well be what's happening now. It happens to the best of us, okay? But what's happening is you start to realize it, you acknowledge it, and you flip it around. You transmute that lower vibrational energy into light. That is what you're supposed to be doing right now. You're supposed to be at a place where you're able to transmute that energy over time, right? Because this is about growth. And it's the same thing that happened for me, just like this morning. I talked to God, my counterpart talked to me, and then the tears just stopped out of nowhere. And my vibration just went through the roof back to what it was before I did the prayer, before I meditated. Because they were all reminding me, my counterpart and God reminding me, remember, Jess, remember what you do when this happens. And then later on, I had even more miracles come with God showing me all these other messages to help me maintain my high vibrational state, because I got back to it and God was giving me more encouragement through YouTube videos that popped up while I was making breakfast. And it reminded me of who I really was, that I am a queen of light, and so are all of you. You are divine within. Okay? You are God within. So whatever this 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords is, okay? Hitting rock bottom, I'm just so done. This is hopeless. It's not hopeless. If you get that into your mind state, you guys know what's going to happen later. You will manifest it. Okay? That's why it's easier for you to start. Some of you should really learn how to quickly transmute these lower vibrational energies into light. Because why? You are the queen of light right here. And again, right? Tap into more of your creative energies, your God-given talents, and start utilizing that stuff to start building more things. If you have a business, keep creating, keep working hard Keep persevering, all right? Because that prosperity will come. Again, with the Queen of Coins, is patience here. But continue to do things for yourself. That you have the God-given power to do anything, to create anything. Always remember that you have this already within you. Know your worth. Again, you're a child of God. Okay? You are a child of God. God sees what's going on. He's just trying to get you to remember, I am always here, feminines. I am your strength. And again, then it's like what happened to me this morning. I was able to transmute that, and then I was fine. And I was like, okay, God, I'm just going to continue with my mission and continue persevering. And that helped me to get to the next level of my own growth and my mission as well, to help me to understand certain things. And again, every time we have those things, it's a lesson to be learned, because in this journey, you guys know it's not easy. It's not, and for me to have cleared so much stuff, but then the devil comes back in and tries to strip us of our light. No, that's why separation is so important, because in solitude, we gain the most strength, power, and resilience, leadership skills. Again, we get prepared for what is to come. There's always something greater, but God wants us to be ready, like fully ready, so that when we hit the top, the devil will really try to knock us out, but we're going to be like, nope, I am in this. You can't touch me, right? That type of energy. So let's see what's blocking you. What is blocking the Divine Feminine at this time? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians. Please and thank you. Mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. So yeah, some of you may very well be having self-image issues, right? Can I do this? It's like, oh my God, like this is taking so long. I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to be doing. We have all the queens, guys. You have to understand, I said your worth, and that you are this very powerful individual. That power comes from God. You've had it innately all along, Divine Feminine. Remember, with this relationship that you are in, this connection, this divine connection, relationships reflect our wounds. This is totally proving that you guys are in that light counterpart connection, what they call the twin flame stuff, but some of you know my guides don't like that phrase, and they don't like the labels either. This is more about a truly divine connection. You guys are mirroring each other. You have to do a lot more introspection. You really got to go within and, again, transmute the dark into light. Your person may very well be going through this too, if they're 9, 10 of swords type of energy. But you as a divine feminine, right now, you are the leader, counterpart. This is why you need to shine your light, because your masculines need that light so that they can find their way home. It's the light of God that emanates from you. That's what's going to get them home. But of course, they have God helping them out. But that is your role as divine feminine. You are the leader right now. You got to use that power. they will see it, but it's more of it's energy. Okay? Bottom of the deck is the Phoenix. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. See the growth here? Phoenix rising from the ashes, just like Pluto energy. Maybe something is happening with Pluto's return, which is February 22nd. Oh my gosh, it's 2 days from today. Maybe there's going to be a new phase. You're moving to like a completely different level here when Pluto returns on February 22nd. They also call it the 22222 portal. Maybe you've heard stuff about that, but for me, there if you want me to get into dates and calendars, like the Gregorian calendar never really existed before. The Julian calendar never really existed before. So there were never actual any dates to anything, but I'll just leave it at that. So, and twos are all about harmony and partnerships and peace, right? So maybe there's something here with, I'm looking more at the Pluto return on the 22nd. That's bigger for me than the dates there, the numbers there. There's something that's going to be happening on that date. This is also talking about what I talked about, transmuting that light, right? Again, with your growth here. This connection that you are in is helping you to clear those wounds. And when things don't go right, it's supposed to help you learn a lesson and move you to the next level of your connection. Even after you achieve union with yourself like I did, but now I'm in the phase where what happens with my particular mission period to make sure that I am ready for the joint mission. All right, we're going to see what's being activated. With this new moon in Pisces, what is being activated for the divine feminines with the, put this here, with the new moon in Pisces? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Ooh, nice. Oh, wow. Grace. Number 24 breaks down to a 6. See, peace, harmony, balance. The frequency of grace supports our smooth adaptation to and anticipation of life's currents and changes as we evolve toward a higher version of ourselves on this earthly plane, bridging the divine with the human essence. Wow, this is nice with this new moon in Pisces. They want me to read the books, but look what's at the bottom. Look what we have. Number 33. It's an ascended master number. That's a Jesus number. Reflection. See, with the mirror? Look. Relationships reflect our wounds. The energy of reflection supports our growth through the insights we get from the contemplations of self and others. See? This is what this connection's all about. It's helping you realize what you need to heal and how you're going to grow, learn, and evolve from that. This is the whole point of this. And it's also with other relationships too. So let me go read from the book. Number 24, Grace. Okay? Grace is simple elegance, easy and smooth movement, gentleness and sensitivity. In a religious context, grace refers to the love and benevolence that is received from God, often at unexpected times and seemingly undeserved. There is also an unmistakable flavor of beauty and grace, one that derives from a deep connection to self and soars through wisdom and maturity. There is an increasing need for grace as our reality expands rapidly toward an all-inclusive and complex mixture of outer and inner realizations. Not only are our economic, educational, healthcare, and banking systems demanding a new approach, Our science is increasingly merging into our spiritual belief system, forcing us to open our minds to an expanded model of the human being and its relation to the cosmos and God. Grace is needed now more than ever as we learn how to navigate through the falling away of old paradigms and the emerging of new ones. Grace in relationship. Adapting gracefully to life's never-ending currents can be a challenge by itself, but applying that graceful attitude to the arena of romantic love can be a different story altogether. More than anything, a partner can trigger and mirror to us the parts that we have been hiding away. This reflective and sometimes confrontational quality of the relationship can bring up feelings of discomfort, fear, anxiety, anger, and denial. It takes a mature attitude and deep understanding of the inner dynamics of the human psyche to gracefully flow with these emotional currents. Relationships go through cycles, just like everything else in life. There will be highs, there will be lows, and there will be 1,000 shades of gray. Grace means learning to flow with whatever comes our way with kindness, flexibility, and wisdom. That's why I was explaining what happened to me this morning. Okay? Go with the flow. Just the Knight of Cups, just follow your heart, all right? The emotions, let God guide you by your heart space and understanding the power that you have here. Queen of Wands, Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, they have this grace about them, right? See, look, bring up feelings of discomfort, fear, anxiety, anger, and denial. It was all right there with the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords, guys. Unbelievable. Reflection. Self-reflection is like looking in an internal mirror and considering what you see. This could be both on an outer physical level as well as on an inner one. You could say that we send our thoughts and ideas into our inner world, where they run into the mirror that is made up of our beliefs and paradigms. Regardless of what we find, it is always valuable to boldly venture into the abyss of our inner world. Exploration is essential to reaching the state of wholeness we so desire. Reflection and relationship. Through relationship with others, we learn about ourselves. The other can be a mirror in which we see ourselves reflected, and in return, we can be the mirror for them. This is probably the most powerful aspect of every relationship. Everyone contributes to our growth and vice versa. The other reflects parts of our consciousness back to us too, the parts that we like and the parts that we don't. Once we realize that everything another does or says is merely an opportunity to reflect upon oneself, there is no more need for guilt, blame, judgment, or self-victimization. Our relationships are an opportunity to learn about ourselves and ultimately to grow. While this is true for all relationships that we have, the ones with friends, family, colleagues, the ones with people we don't like, the ones with people we like and appreciate, and even the ones with people we don't, the relationship with our significant other offers the most profound opportunity to learn about ourselves. Unless we start recognizing that the common denominator in every relationship is us, we might find ourselves repeating the same patterns and never really finding the harmonious and vital relationship that we are looking for. So you guys are in this connection because your person is the ultimate individual who is really going to teach you about who you truly are and what you are truly capable of. Your power, your light, your creativity, everything else that comes with these queens. Okay? Wow. I love how Spirit confirms all these things, and it's confirming all these messages. Let's see what other guidance we have, or what else this new moon in Pisces is going to be assisting the feminines with. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians. What else is this new moon in Pisces assisting the feminines with at this time, or when the new moon in Pisces occurs? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Yeah, with that Ten of Swords there, victimization, we're not victims. We're not. All right, let's see what we have. First quarter moon in Sagittarius. Believe in your good luck. Right there. Bottom of the deck is first quarter moon in Virgo. Assess the situation. Virgo is hermit energy. Hermit is what? Introspection. Okay. Going within. What did I do with the book? Oh, here it is. Let's look at the first quarter moon in Sag. Whatever is going on in your life, you need to take care of the small stuff, and the big stuff will fall into place. Problems can arise now because of carelessness or a judgment lapse. Avoid telling everyone your opinion until you're sure you know exactly what's going on. Think about the baby steps you need to take on your way to your goal and don't take too many risks. Believe in your own good luck, but don't be arrogant about it. Think an important decision through very carefully before taking action. Your challenge when this card comes up is to dream, but be prepared to put in the hard work required to make your dreams real. Make peace between the part of you that needs everything to make sense and the part that wants to throw caution to the wind. It says, tune into your manifesting powers. The crown chakra sits at the top of your head. It's known as the 1,000-petal lotus chakra, which, as it opens, reveals the mysteries of the universe and your connection to all life everywhere. Tuning into this beautiful violet color can help you to find direction and see the bigger picture. Queen of Wands energy. Visualize yourself in a column of pure violet light and hold this card to your crown as you call in the energies, or you just say to yourself, energies of the first quarter moon in Sagittarius, thank you for showing me that life is an adventure. Okay. Let's put that there. They want me to read the first quarter moon in Virgo, so we will do that. Assess the situation. Stop, breathe, and take stock. Perhaps you've taken on too much. Now's the time to be reliable and practical. Laziness is your enemy. Also, don't be too influenced by the crowd and what they're saying. Do you still want what you used to want and as much? If so, are you really doing what needs to be done to make your dreams real? What was I saying about how bad do you want it, right? Express how you feel, but do it without too much self-criticism or criticism of others. Make an honest inventory about where you could do more to manifest your dreams. The energies at play here are a mix of flirtatious and shy, inquiring and hesitant. You need to work them in your favor. This card asks you to be mentally flexible. Whatever challenges you face, your current situation is unlikely to be at a total impasse. Throat chakra helps you to express yourself, your desires, and whether you need more time to think about something. It's located at the base of the throat and is a beautiful sky blue color. Visualize a column of the purest sky blue light pouring down over you as you hold the card to the base of your throat and call in the energies with these words, or just visualize yourself in the blue-white light too and say, energy of the first quarter moon in Virgo, thank you for helping me towards clarity and confidence. Confidence with the Queen of Wands. Clarity with the Queen of Swords. All of that. All of that good stuff, feminines. All right, feminines. Well, if you would like a personal reading with me or a coaching session, I do coach other counterparts. Check out the description box below for information on that, or hop on over to capellawellness.com. The category that says light counterpart readings is the specific readings that I do for counterparts. I do have energy check-ins there and stuff like that. I do have new readings where you can get channeled messages from your person, but it's like a quick email thing. It's much cheaper than my video version where you don't actually see me write the letter from your person. I have links to those new services in the description box below. I do have my last class on February 27th for reintegrating the divine feminine. When you reintegrate that, you're reintegrating the energies of the queens. If you're interested in that, that's going to help you with navigating everything that this reading talked about. There's information on that last class in the description box below. If you have any questions about this reading or anything, my class, my services, anything like that, please feel free to reach out to me. My email's in the description box, or you can hop on over to capellawellness.com. And there's plenty of other ways to contact me there. I'm also going to be offering memberships to my site, and I'm going to have specific memberships just for the counterparts, okay? Because there are specific things that I want some of the counterparts to certain things I want to better assist the counterparts with. So be on the lookout for that stuff, okay? All right, Divine Feminines, that concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so, so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.